Okay, so I've just finished watching the latest episode of Doctor Who, or more specifically, I've just finished watching Doctor Who Unleashed because I had to watch that first. I thought The Star Beast was absolutely great. I loved it. I can't wait to watch it again. I'm probably going to watch it again. Maybe again tonight, probably more likely tomorrow. But it absolutely flew by, not in a bad way. Like, it was just that fun and enjoyable and fast-paced that it honestly felt like it was not an hour long, even though it was. And I thought it was absolutely great. But obviously, I'm going to do a review of that hopefully some point later on in the week. Probably on Friday, maybe it'll be out on Saturday, I'm not entirely sure yet. But this obviously isn't the review, this is just a kind of ending explained video because I want to talk about the end of the episode and kind of explain what it all means. So obviously the episode ended with the Meep, played by Miriam Margolyes, about to take off on their ship, which if it does take off, because of the way it intakes fuel to the ship, could destroy all of London basically, or like the centre of London, killing, I think it was 9 million people. And so obviously the Doctor goes into the ship to try and stop this from happening. And Donna, who is starting to remember some things about the Doctor, because obviously throughout the whole episode she doesn't know who the Doctor is, she doesn't call him the Doctor, she doesn't hear anybody mention that he's called the Doctor. She then, just before she goes to the ship, says the Doctor, which means Sylvia realises she's starting to remember some things. This leads her to go into the ship with the Doctor to try and help stop the Meep from taking off in the ship and destroying all of London and killing all these people. But as she does that, this kind of shield thing comes down in the control room that they're in, separating both of them, meaning the Doctor can't access all of the controls in the ship, and it would be impossible for him to be able to do all the things he needs to do on that one side in time to stop this from happening. So what he realizes he has to do is give Donna her memories back in order for her to become the Dr. Donna again and have all this Time Lord knowledge in her brain so that she can work on the other side and be able to do all the stuff they both need to do to get this ship from taking off quick enough for it to not destroy London. So the Doctor basically seems to give this kind of passcode or code word to Donna, which gives her Time Lord memories back and makes her the Dr. Donna again. But he knows that doing this is going to kill her and she's going to die, but she agrees to it because she's still got bits of their adventures kind of left in her and that need to help people, which she got in series 4, which was evident by the fact that she gave money away for charity that she got from the lottery ticket from the Doctor at the end of time. So because of this, she allows the Doctor to give her memories back and become the Dr. Donna again, knowing that she's going to die in the process, which the Doctor does. Donna gets all her memories restored and becomes the Dr. Donna again, allowing them to work together to stop the Meep ship from taking off and destroying London. And we then see Donna seemingly die, and the Doctor gives up and is about to let the unit soldiers that are possessed by Beep the Meep, or should I say the Meep, kill him because, you know, he's just so distraught that his best friend has just died right in front of him. But it turns out Donna actually isn't dead, because she's had Rose, her daughter, who is biologically obviously related to her because she is her daughter, it's allowed part of the meta-crisis that is in Donna to go into Rose, meaning that her head isn't going to get completely filled with all this Time Lord knowledge and explode. So it's kind of split between both of them, I think, meaning they don't both die and their heads don't both explode, which is just a great explanation as to why Donna is able to remember all these things and not die in the process. So that's kind of solved that problem for the rest of the specials, which is great because it just kind of means we have these other things to think about in the other specials. Which is interesting because I thought it would kind of be more of a overarching storyline as to why Donna is able to remember these things and not die, but it's still kind of good that it kind of gets explained all in this first episode of the specials, because it means we get to talk about other things and maybe kind of figure out why the Doctor's got his face back, if we ever do find that out, I'm not sure. So that's great to see. So because of this, it means they're able to stop the Meep ship from taking off and destroying all of London and killing 9 million people. And the Doctor, or it might have been Donna, I can't remember, basically ejects the Meep from the ship and brings them to the Wrath Warriors, who take them away. But before the Wrath Warriors take the Meep away, the Meep says they're going to tell their boss, which to me seems like it's going to be an indication that the Meep is somehow in talks with maybe the Toymaker, because a lot of people have speculated the Toymaker, who is going to be in the Giggle, the final episode, is going to be kind of the overarching villain of all these specials. So I assume that's going to be an indication towards that, but it's very vague and they use the word the boss. I do feel like using the word the boss is very vague and a very interesting choice for this script, but you know, they don't want to just give away immediately that it's like the Toymaker or something, because I guess even though we know it's the Toymaker, they still kind of want to save it for a bit of a reveal for the Giggle, have it like this overarching mystery, and maybe some people, you know, don't know the Toymaker's coming back, and so it'll be a surprise to them. And you know, those people probably don't really know who the Toymaker is, but it's still a a good thing to do. I assume it's going to be the Toymaker. I'd be surprised if it isn't the Toymaker. So that's the Meep taken care of. We're probably not going to see the Meep again, or the Wrath Warriors. That's probably it for this story. And with that, we see the Doctor and Donna, who now remembers the Doctor and remembers all of their adventures, meet again at where the TARDIS landed and are about to be taken away, or, the Doctor's about to leave in the TARDIS. But obviously, Donna wants to go on one last trip, which they decide is to go and see Wilf and surprise Wilf, because obviously Wilf would love to see the Doctor again and would love to know that Donna can remember the Doctor before, obviously he's quite old and he's in this care home at the moment, so he's not got long left. At this point, I was thinking, maybe it's possible we're going to see Bernard Cribbins in this episode, but I also knew this kind of was meant to be the point from the trailers that they kind of got taken away to the next episode. So I did think, for a second, I was like, maybe we're going to see Bernard in this episode, and there was some nice mentions to Bernard throughout, but I did also kind of know it's probably not going to happen yet. But luckily, I know we are going to see him later on in these specials, I'm sure of it. So the Doctor takes Donna into the TARDIS, shows the new TARDIS interior, which is absolutely incredible. I know we got some leaks of it before, and I have seen those leaks, so I did kind of know what it was going to look like. But honestly, I was still amazed and surprised by it, because it still, even after seeing the leaks, looked so much bigger than I thought it would, and it looks incredible. And I'm going to say it now, and this might be recency bias, it might be the best TARDIS interior ever made. I think it looks incredible. It's very white and very bright. I still think it looks great. It looks really good. So we see that. And obviously, multiple points throughout this episode, we've heard Donna mention how the reason she lost her most recent job is because she spilt some coffee on, I can't remember what it was, a computer or a printer or a copying machine, something like that, which was obviously a little indication as to what was going to happen at the end of this episode. Now, from what I remember, I heard some people speculating this episode was going to end with Donna spilling her coffee on the TARDIS console room, on the console. I guess they just had a really good guess, because I'm pretty sure this was before people had even seen the episode. There was no leaks of it. I guess they were just like, yeah, that's something Donna's gonna do. And I was like, yeah, it does sound like something Donna would do, to be fair. It does sound like that. But I didn't expect it to actually be the truth. It was a really good guess, and I guess it's just because it's so in character for Donna that, the Doctor reveals they've got a coffee machine in this brand new TARDIS. So Donna uses it, gets her coffee, the same one she had earlier on in the episode, with cold milk. Bit of a weirdo. Get a proper espresso machine with a milk frother. Obviously, she spills it on the TARDIS console, and that's how we're getting sent into the episode Wild Blue Yonder, because the TARDIS console starts exploding, and it seems to take them away somewhere. Obviously, not by choice, because they didn't mean to do that, and they were meant to be going to see Wilf, which I think was just a really great, very Donna, very in-character moment for Donna. It did seem a little bit forced, the way she threw the coffee, but, it's Donna. That's just kind of how she is. And so they're being taken to wherever the Wild Blue Yonder episode is going to be set. Some sort of spaceship of some kind. I really don't know. We did get a little indication, a little trailer of Wild Blue Yonder at the end of Doctor Who Unleashed. It really doesn't show us much more than we already know about it, or than we've already seen about it. We just see kind of a few more shots of them walking around this kind of spaceship, or whatever it is that they're going to be set in for this episode. And so it really still doesn't give that much away, which I think is good, and I was kind of hoping for that, because although I was intrigued to see what we see about Wild Blue Yonder in the next time trailer for this episode, I am glad that we still don't see too much, because I really want this episode to be a surprise, and it seems like it's going to stay that way. And so even though we're only a week away, we still have no idea what's going to happen in this episode. Literally anything could happen, and that's so exciting. So let me know what you thought about the Star Beast below, and let me know what you think about the ending specifically, and what you think is going to happen in Wild Blue Yonder. Like I said earlier, I'm going to try and get a review out before the next episode airs. It's probably going to be around Friday or Saturday, because that's when I have free time, but who knows, maybe I can be able to get it out earlier. And if you want to see that, and especially if you've not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I'm not normally as energetic as this. It's just because I'm so hyped and excited from just seeing the episode. But whether you like that or not, I'm not normally this crazy and this hyped. But subscribe if you're not already. I'll be getting that review out soon. And yeah, thanks for watching.